What's going on, guys? This is Dynasty3890 here, and I'm starting a new series today called Diamonds in the Rough, where I'll be talking about players that you may have overlooked when building your team, especially early on in the game, where not a lot of people have those overpowering lineups, those great starting pitchers, those great relievers that you don't need an overpowering team to win, but you need the right players. You need to pick the right guys. So I'm going to be talking about pitchers in this episode. We're going to be talking about starting pitchers and relief pitchers, guys that you may have overlooked, but based on either their stuff or their way they pitch, like a sidearm or a lefty or something like that, that they are very valuable, at least in my opinion, and that these are cards that I will use. So we're going to go look at the card collections, and we're going to go through some of these cards, and I'll explain why, every single person, why I like them. So let's start with starting pitchers. We're going to go to the Red Sox. And I know a lot of people like R.A. Dickey in this because he's got that knuckleball, but he's not the cheapest card. This series is about cards that are cheap that you can get. You don't have to break the bank for. So if you want a guy to throw, you want your number 5 starter just to throw knuckleballs, and you want to just throw the other hitter off balance. Steven Wright, right here, plays for the Red Sox, 70 overall. He's got a knuckleball. So I was looking earlier. He goes for about 100. I think he was up for 100 coins earlier. There you go. 100 coins, you got a knuckleballer on your team. Put him as your number 5 starter, put him as your number 4 starter, put him any starter, doesn't really matter. Have him on your rotation though. Just the fact that you have a knuckleballer on there, if he gives you 4 or 5 solid innings because the guy can't hit a knuckleball and he's just impatient, you're golden. You're all set. Next, we're going to go to the Yankees. There's a starting pitcher here that I think is very undervalued. Excuse me. If I can find them. Here we go. Ivan Nova, a 73 overall bronze. And the reason why I like him, he's got good stamina at 86. Velocity is not bad at the 7.3, but the break of an 81, that's pretty good for a starter. And what I like about him, he's got the fastball, he's got the curveball, and he's got the changeup. Those are my 3 favorite pitches. He even has a slider, which I like. The point I like the fastball, changeup, curveball is, if you play people online, a lot of people when they are hitting are very aggressive. And to be successful, you got to be aggressive against them. So you want to be throwing, maybe set them up with a low fastball, and then the next pitch throw a curveball in the dirt. They're going to chase it, and then the changeup just for the difference in speed. But since he has a good break, that curveball and that changeup is going to move more than just like an average pitcher. 81 for a 73 overall card is really good, and he's going to be really cheap. I look right now if there's any up. 35. There you go. 35 stubs, and you get this guy. So cheap. These cards are so cheap. If you have 1,000 stubs, you can get most of the people I'm going to be talking about. Next, we're going to go to the Tampa Bay Rays. And another starter is Alex Cobb. This one's a little higher overall. He's an 84, but he's got 91 break. 91 break on his pitches. And he's got a changeup, 2-seamer, 4-seamer, and a curveball. So he's got the 3 pitches I want. The fastball, the curveball, and the changeup. Those are my 3 favorite pitches. And he's got all 3. He does have like a 3/4 delivery. You can't really see in this, but he doesn't go directly over the top. It's a little harder for people to pick up, especially early on in the game. You can get some easy outs early on in the game. You know what? You got to get 27 outs to win. An easy out's an easy out. Next, we're going to go to Cleveland, and we're going to another starter, Gavin Floyd, 76 overall bronze. He's more of a traditional pitcher. He throws over the top, doesn't go 3/4 sidearm. He's got 86 breaks, same thing as before. Fastball, curveball. Now, he doesn't have the changeup, but what he has is a cutter and a 2-seamer. Now, since he has both of those, I like that because you can use the cutter, you can use the 2-seamer, you can use the 4-seamer. You can work each side of the plate with that, and then you can always just drop the hammer, and he's got that great break on that curveball. I think it's just going to drop off the table. And like I said, he's probably going for less than 200 coins, 50 coins. These are really, not a lot of pitchers have good break like that. And with the repertoire that he has, if you have a cutter, 2-seamer, and a fastball, it can be a really deadly weapon. Next, we're going to the Angels. And I played a guy against, I played someone online yesterday, and this guy had Jared Weaver. Oh my goodness. Jared Weaver, he's an 80 overall, 90 stamina, 94 break, 47 velocity. Now the velocity is misleading. That's what I think hurts this card. His fastball is low 90s, like 90 to 92. His curveball, and I'm not exaggerating, is 20 miles per hour less than his fastball. His curveball's in the low 70s. It's so hard to wait on that pitch. And if you're sitting on it and then he gets a fastball, even if it's 92, you ain't catching up to it. You're gonna strike out. Really, really good card. Actually, we can see what he's going for in the market. He might go for a little more. He's 350 stubs, but still 350 stubs with a 90, I think it was 91 break and a 72 mile per hour curveball, and it moves, guys. I'm telling you. I got one more pitcher, so I've shown you 5. I'll give you one more. He plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. You guys know who he is. He's a little older. Did I pass Pittsburgh? Here we go. He's a little on the older side, but AJ Burnett, he's got good velocity, he's got good break, his bender, his knuckle curve is great, his changeup's really good. And pitchers with sinkers, I normally don't want a guy who only throws a sinker, but as a sinker is another pitch, if you need that double play, you can use that to your advantage. And he doesn't go for much. He's just another card. So there's 6 starters that I really like. Now, in the bullpen, I go a little bit different for the pitchers I look for. Now we're going to go back to the Orioles. And the first guy we're going to look at is Darren O'Day. And if you look at the card, you automatically see why I like this card. He goes submarine. He goes completely down under. His knuckles are scraping the dirt when you throw the ball. That makes him so hard to read. It will take a guy an inning to figure out his release. And you know what? He's pitching an inning. And he's got a wipeout slider from the right-handed side. And there's a lot of submarine pitchers from the left-handed side. He's right-handed and he goes submarine. Makes him really difficult to hit. In fact, I'm going to pick him up probably after I finish this video and put him in my bullpen because I want that right-handed reliever who can go underneath like that. Next, we're going to go to the Angels again. We're going to this is another right-handed reliever. Now, he doesn't go completely underneath like Darren O'Day. He's more of a sidearm, as you can see, Joe Smith, but he's got 94 break. 94. He's got that sinker, slider, and a fastball. So, basically, the sinker will go down and into righties, and the slider go down and away to righties. So he can go in either direction against a righty or a lefty, and it just makes him so difficult. He's gonna be, I think he might go for a little bit of coin. Yeah, 444. That's a little bit for a reliever, but he's really good, guys. I've played against him with him. Really difficult to hit again. Next, we're gonna be going to Texas. We're gonna go to actually my closer, and I'm telling you guys, I pulled him in a pack. I didn't even think about buying him, but I pulled him in a pack, and he is filthy. Neftali Feliz. He throws 98, and his curveball and his splitter, and it's a slider, but it's mostly a curveball, and his changeup, are just lights out. I've played 3 1/3 innings, which is 10 batters. I've struck out 8 of them. He's unhittable. He's literally unhittable. He's filthy. He's dirt cheap, and he throws gas, and he's got a wipeout slider. Now he doesn't have good stamina. It's only 34, but it's a reliever. Don't put him 2 innings. Just have him go an inning, but have a deep bullpen. That's why I'm showing you a lot of guys. Next, this guy's a little more expensive, but Pat Neshek's really good. He's kind of like Joe Smith, except he's got circle change to go along with that slider, sinker, fastball. Like I said, I'm a huge changeup guy. It's the difference in speed. Even if they are able to hit it, they are not going to get good contact because they're going to be off balance. So I love changeups, and since he's sidearm with a changeup, it's really good. Now he is an 83. It's a little pricey. He normally doesn't go. I don't think he normally goes for 4,000. I haven't checked his price a lot, but that does seem a little pricey. If you can get him under 500, definitely get Pat Neshek. He is really good. Next, we're going to be going to St. Louis. Now we're going to be going in the left-handed relievers. Kind of like what I was talking about, how you want the right-handed submarines. We're going to go to some left-hand submarine pitchers that you can look for. So we're going to St. Louis, and this guy's been around the league for years. Here we go. Where is he? Where are you? We got Randy Choke right here. You can see his picture. He is sidearm again. And look at that break. 99 break. He's got a sinker, slider, fastball. Just throw that slider. Just keep tossing that slider. It's like a frisbee. Just keep throwing it. He's 39 years old. He's got literally no stamina. He's a guy who will throw maybe a couple batters. If you see someone come up there and they got like an Ortiz at the plate, or they got a dominant left-handed hitter who you think will struggle against a left-handed pitcher, bring in Randy Choke. He's a specialist. If there's ever one, don't have him pitch a full inning unless you got 3 lefties. Don't have him face a righty, but he's filthy. Next, we're going to Arizona. Guy who I have on my team, who the stats don't look that good. 82 velocity, 65 break, but I've used him a lot. I like him a lot. His fastball is about 96 to 98, and his curveball is a wipeout curveball. It just drops. You can't really, I mean, It's hard to tell because his break's not that high, but his curveball is so good, and that fastball is sneaky fast. I mean, if you start off in a bat, just throwing a changeup, throw a curveball, maybe throw another curveball. The guy just doesn't know how hard David Hernandez throws. Even if it says he throws hard, it's sneaky fast, and he'll blow it by people. So we got one more pitcher to go to, and we got another left-handed reliever. He is on the San Francisco Giants. Let's see, where is he? He is also really low overall. Javier Lopez. He is not as good as Randy Choke, but it's just another option in case there's no Randy Choke stuff where you want to mix up your team. He's got 90 break. The velocity isn't there. The stand was low as well. But he's got a good amount of pitch. He's got that curveball. He's got a changeup. He's got 2 types of fastballs and a cutter. So actually has 3 types of fastballs. So he can maneuver all around. I think you could probably get away facing right-handed hitters with Javier Lopez. I wouldn't mess around with it too many, but if you got some scrub up there, a right-handed hitter, I'd go after him. But yeah, there's all the pitchers that I was looking at, guys, that I think are really, they're diamonds in the rough. They're people you're going to overlook that you may just have in your binder. You may put a guy who's like 82 overall in there, like a John Lackey, who doesn't really have anything really good. He might have one okay pitch, but get that knuckleballer in there and get the guy who has an immense break or that curveball that's like 72 miles per hour. Like, trust me, that's way better than the guy in the mid 80s. I mean, I have Cole Hamels and Hernandez in my starting rotation, and they're both amazing. But if I wasn't using them, I'm going to use those other guys instead because I know they're lower overall, but they're better pitchers to use. So that's the first episode of the Diamonds in the Rough. We'll be doing position, every position. We'll be mixing it up. Probably the next episode we'll be doing catchers and corner infielders, which would be catchers, third baseman, and first baseman. So yeah, drop a like if you liked it. Comment, tell me what pitchers have you used that are lower overalls that are just diamonds of the rough, that they're really well, that play well for you, and tell me why. And subscribe if you're new, guys. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.